Hey guys, welcome back. So let's go over some of my favorite products I've been using over the past few months that I've been obsessed with. Also, I'm going to mention some ones that I kind of fell for the hype and have purchased, but I would not recommend. If you've watched my videos in the past, I tend to make favorites videos of products that I love throughout the months. So I still recommend all those other products I mentioned. I'm just trying to feature new to me items here that I haven't mentioned before. So I'll start with my favorite product. If I can influence you to try one of these items that I'm going to show you, it has to be this one. I love this product so much. I'm so excited to finally try it. So it's from Nateur and it is her Holy Pearly Whites Cinnamon Toothpaste. I have been dying to try this. It probably came out 5 or 6 months ago. Every time I go online, it's always sold out, has very good reviews. I really like all of Jenna's products for the most part. I'm actually going to mention a couple that I didn't really like later on in the video, but for the most part, I don't just like, I love, I'm obsessed with her products. I really trust the ingredients she puts in everything. So if I were to create a toothpaste, and if you're new here, I used to be a dental hygienist, so I've tried lots of toothpaste. If I were to create a toothpaste, it would probably be this one. This is hands down the best toothpaste I've ever tried. It's even a little bit better than the gem toothpaste that I've been obsessed with, even though I would still recommend that. I love it. It's just a little bit hard to find. So never in my life have I tried a product once. I brushed my teeth with this once and I immediately went online. I ordered 2 more of it. I've never done that before just because it always sells out. I wanted to stock up. Is this extremely expensive for a toothpaste? Yes. But I can't believe I'm saying it. I think it's actually worth the price. So I'm not a fan of fluoride. This is fluoride free. It has manuka honey, pearl powder, hydroxyapatite instead of the fluoride, cloves, probiotics. As stated on the package, it has a cinnamon minty flavor. To me, it tastes exactly like this dentine gum from like the 80s, 90s. It had like the red and white packaging. I always loved that gum. I was a little worried because even though I love real cinnamon, I always add cinnamon to like my coffee and baking and stuff. I hate the flavor of like cinnamon hearts. Those things are vile to me. So I was a little worried. I'm like, if it's like a cinnamon flavored toothpaste, I don't know if I will like it. I love this. I've never had a toothpaste that makes my teeth feel so clean, and it almost makes your gums feel hydrated as well. When I first brushed with this, it was around 5 p.m. and I had eaten dinner a little bit early. So typically I would brush my teeth again before bedtime, but I had brushed at 5 p.m. My teeth still felt very clean before I went to bed at probably like around 11 or something. So I decided just to do a little experiment, not brush my teeth till the morning. Even when I woke up, they just still felt so clean. So I could not recommend this toothpaste enough. I got my fiance to try it too, and he agreed. He's like, my teeth just feel like they have just been polished at the dentist feeling. I think the packaging is beautiful. I think she hit it out of the park on this. This is, in my opinion, this is like the perfect toothpaste for me. I think the only reason that somebody out there wouldn't like it is just if they are really not a fan of cinnamon at all. There is some clove oil, I think, in here too. So if you're not really a fan of the taste of those, maybe you wouldn't like it, but it makes my teeth feel so healthy. I love it so much. So the next product that I'm absolutely obsessed with is also from her brand. I've been really wanting to try these just because her brand, it turned, I think maybe 10, or she had an anniversary for her brand. She came out with new scents in her deodorant. So I picked up 2 of them. When I was in Paris, I was trying to find this in store just because I feel like the scents that most people like, I like the opposite. So I really wanted to try them in person, couldn't find it anywhere. So I just kind of bought these blind online from a store in Lausanne here in Switzerland. So the 2 scents that I purchased are the Ambroxan Cloud and then also her Tarte Tropézienne. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this one. This one is the one that I'm using right now. So this is the Ambroxan Cloud. I would say this is probably the best unisex scent, or if you want to buy one for a man, this would probably be your go-to one. So right away when I smelled this one, I fell in love. It smells so nice. And I was trying to think in my head, what does this smell like? And I finally figured it out. It's not quite the same. Like, I definitely prefer this, but it smells like from Le Labo, Another 13. And I got this for my fiance maybe last year. It smells so good. Like, I feel like if somebody walks by, I want to marry them when I smell this. Definitely men and women can wear this. I think though, if you need a nice gift for a man, especially for the summer months when it's warmer, get this for them. He says probably in his life he's never had so many compliments. His skin definitely is more warm than mine, so I feel like when he wears a scent, it kind of radiates a little bit differently than when I wear something. So yeah, I love this. If you know what this smells like, this is very similar. It's very reminiscent of this. And I'll read the ingredients. Her deodorants are all natural. It's not good to use deodorants that have aluminum. So this just is made of coconut oil, baking soda, beeswax, sunflower seed butter, avocado fruit butter, castor seed oil, and essential oils. And it says there's no synthetic fragrance. It's a natural deodorant. So this one is supposed to smell like the dessert from Saint-Tropez. I've never actually tried that dessert. I really do like this one as well. It smells very good. It's just doesn't really stick out to me as like a super unique scent as opposed to this one. I've never smelled a deodorant like this. So if I had to pick between these two, there's other scents online. I've tried all her original ones and I like all of those. But yeah, this one is definitely my favorite, the Ambroxan Cloud. I'm not really sure what Ambroxan means. Anyone out there can tell me, but yeah, both of these are good. I would recommend them both, just this one is my favorite. Okay, next up for dental care, you know, probably a lot of you out there have tried this particular one, but if you are somebody you don't like flossing your teeth, it's so important. You have to floss your teeth. It's disgusting if you don't, okay? I'm just gonna say it. It's disgusting. You need to brush your tongue, floss your teeth, brush at least 3 times a day, okay? So if you don't like flossing because you have very tight contacts, the floss is always shredding and ripping, try this floss. So they have, obviously they have gum brand of floss here, but this particular one I have a hard time finding. And I always used to buy it in Canada. When we were in Paris though, I stocked up on a few of these. This is the gum brand Easy Floss, and I think on the package it says shred resistant. And it's excellent. I highly recommend it. And just because I haven't used it in a while and then I switched back to it just since I've bought it again, I love it. It's fabulous. So if you haven't tried this before, I would recommend it. Okay, so next up, let's go over a couple sunscreens. I have mentioned both of these before in the past, but just because we're going into summer, I want to mention them again. And also one that I got a sample of that I really like. Unfortunately, it's expensive. So if you're in North America, my favorite there was always Elta MD. It's extremely hard to find in Europe. Even when I go online, there are some companies that will ship it, but it just ends up being so much more than the original price. So I really wanted to find one that I can easily order. So even though then this one is like Barbie size, I really do like it. This is the second time I've purchased it. It's also from Nateur. It's called Holy Soleil. It's ageless firming and plumping sunscreen, and it's a SPF 50. I love this. This gives, if you really like that dewy, glowy look, this is excellent. Also, the size of it, it surprisingly lasts a lot longer than you would think. It's very tiny. It's quite expensive. So if you can get it on sale, sometimes Revolve has like 20% off coupons. That's usually when I stock up on things like this. I do really like it. It goes on very sheer. Your makeup lays beautifully over top of it. Like I said, I really trust the ingredients that Jenna uses in her products. I will say though, you know, like every sunscreen, it always says reapply every 2 to 3 hours though. I feel like with this one though, you really do have to apply every couple of hours. So I tend to use this one on days where I know I won't be outside so much where I need to keep reapplying, because I just find it is, I don't really like, if I already have makeup on, I don't really like reapplying this one over top as a base. It's really good. But this one I have bought now a few times. So for days that I'm outdoors, I actually prefer this one. So this one's made in Australia. This is Ultraviolette SPF 50 plus as well. Supreme Screen Hydrating Facial Skin Screen, okay, not sunscreen, skin screen, very high protection. And I just feel probably a lot of Australian brands, they kind of really know how to make sunscreens well, I'm assuming. Very high protection, and I feel like this one is a bit long lasting. It does say reapply frequently to maintain protection. So if you know you're going to be outside for a long time, I would recommend this one. This is the one I have on today. So if you know, you can tell it's a little bit of like a glowy effect. Makeup layers beautifully on top of this one as well. So I love both of these. Another one I wanted to mention, so I don't actually have it, but I had ordered some products online and I was sent a few samples of it. So there was enough for me to use every day for a week. It was the Augustinus Bader sunscreen. It, honestly guys, the second I put it on, I'm like, yep, this is my favorite sunscreen I've ever put on. Just the texture of it was so beautiful. I really like a lot of his products. They're extremely expensive though. I looked up the price. I think the price of one bottle of sunscreen was like 105 francs. It's a lot of money, but I would really recommend it. It's amazing. Yeah, I only used it for 1 week, but makeup again went on beautifully over top. The texture was like nothing I'd felt before. It hydrated the skin, but it didn't really give this glowy effect. It just went on so smooth, like velvet. It was amazing. So if you were kind of on the fence about buying that product, just because it is pricey, I would really recommend it. Okay, so next up, a more affordable product. So this is from The Ordinary. I think maybe I have purchased this one time in the past, but I got this rose hip seed oil, 100% organic, cold pressed. And what I do with this, just because at nighttime I use the Veleda Skin Food, the dark green one, and it's very thick. It almost goes like on like Vaseline. I love that product. It's just to thin it out a little bit. I put 1 or 2 drops of this, and your skin in the morning looks amazing. And this is very affordable. So is the Veleda Skin Food, as opposed to a lot of other skin creams. And probably that Skin Food, we're up to buying it probably over 50 times now in our life, at least. I've bought that so many times. But yeah, this is a very good oil. So next up for skin, I would recommend from La Roche-Posay. This is the Thermal Water. And I'm almost done. So what I like to use this for, and I would suggest if you live in a place where there's very hard water, which a lot of places in Europe it's like that, or just, you know, due to living in the older buildings and whatnot, the pipes. I always notice too in Paris, the water is quite hard there as well. So how I like to use this is just I spray it onto a cotton pad, and if I want to cleanse my skin but actually not use a cleanser, just so not to strip your skin multiple times per day, I use this just because I feel like the tap water is so hard. We have a filter in our shower, but you know, as opposed to just using tap water, I prefer this if you just want to clean your skin. So yeah, I would really recommend this if you live somewhere with hard water. And 1 can of this was lasting me a really long time. Also too, this is great to carry with you just to cool yourself down in the summer months too, if you're outside. This is also great too if maybe you've cut your skin a little bit. You can cleanse the skin before you put any ointment or a bandage on. Next up, let's talk about some hair care products I've been really liking. So I got a sample of this Leonor Greyl shampoo, and then I purchased the smaller one. I've just used it up, so I'm gonna, now that I know that I like it, I'll buy the larger one when I see it on sale here. It's really nice shampoo. So the one that I got a sample of was for fine, dehydrated, damaged, or brittle hair. And I love it. The second I used it in the shower, I could just tell it had changed the texture of my hair. And I really, just for reference, I have very fine hair, but I have a decent amount of it. So it maybe doesn't look like my hair is as fine as it is, but it really is. The water here is very hard. We do have a shower filter, which helps a lot. I've been using the Kerastase, the pink shampoo, and I really like it. I just feel like every once in a while it is good to change up your products. So this shampoo is amazing. It just makes your hair so manageably soft and smooth. It helps with flyaways. So I really like it. The only thing is the scent does smell like a little bit of an old lady perfume, which I could do without, but it just feels so nice. I'm willing to overlook that. And then, so I didn't buy the conditioner to match. What I've been using as a conditioner with it, that I feel it works beautifully, is from Beverly Hills. I think I got this off of Revolve. It's a hair and scalp intensive treatment mask, and it smells like mint, peppermint, eucalyptus. Anything with eucalyptus or mint, it just smells so amazing. It's very hydrating and it smooths your hair. Would really recommend those two in combination. And then for a hair oil, my Kerastase one was almost out and I really love that one. I just wanted to try something new, so I got the Ouai hair oil. I love this as well. So I just use 2 or 3 pumps and it doesn't make your hair greasy. You can use it on damp or dry hair. So I'd really recommend this one as well. And then one last hair care product. I purchased this Oribe hairbrush. It's very pretty. It's kind of like a marble type effect. So this, it said online, was guaranteed to not create static in your hair. So I don't know if anyone has any tips out there. This is like before, when I lived in Toronto, I had owned a Mason Pearson hairbrush for about 15 years. And yes, they are an investment, but I swore by this hairbrush. I would say the year before I left Toronto, just all of a sudden one day, when I was combing my hair with it, my hair became so staticky, like literally it would like go out to here. It looked like I've been electrocuted. I looked up online and I had tried all the tips and tricks to get the static out of the brush. I was always good to wash the brush, clean it out. Basically everything it said online, I tried and nothing was helping. So I just figured, okay, I've owned this for 15 years. I've probably worn out the bristles or something. Maybe I've wrecked the coating. Maybe I've cleaned it too much. So I actually threw it out. The handle was melted as well because my friend had left her hair curler on it. Anyway, and then I purchased a couple other expensive brushes and they're okay at the beginning, but then again, they would always create static. So I don't know. I don't have any hair dye in my hair. Typically in the past, when my hair was more blonde, it becomes a little more dried out and that would create static, but I don't know what the explanation is now. So I purchased this one. I would say it is very good. Let's see if it will do it. I did notice though, it's pretty good though. It sometimes creates a little bit of static, but it's a lot better than all my other hairbrushes. And I have that expensive one from Le Bon Brosse. I've had the Mason Pearson brush, some other expensive brushes, and just everything seems to create static, even if it promises not to. I find this one really gets to your scalp well. I almost feel like some of my other ones were a little too gentle. So I have been enjoying this one. If anyone has any tips or tricks out there about static, or maybe it's just my hair, you can let me know. So next up for a new perfume. I know perfumes are not good to wear. Like, we're not supposed to wear anything scented, but I usually just spray a little on my sweater. And I've mentioned before, I think from working in healthcare, you're not allowed to wear perfume to work. So ever since COVID, I don't know, I just really enjoy a little bit of perfume, a little bit more than I used to, I think. So I would never have heard of this, and I've never seen it in a store to my knowledge, but I got a sample of this in some skincare thing that I ordered. And this is from the Off-White brand, and this perfume is called Solution Number 6. It smells so good. So I feel you just need a little bit of it. It lasts a long time. It says made in Italy. And yeah, I've never seen this in person. I don't even know really if this is sold in stores. You have to order it online. So for this size, there is a bigger version. It was $99. The original price was 40 something, but there was a big sale. I got it off of Niche Beauty. I think I only got this for like 25 francs, which is very reasonable, I would say, for perfume. There's quite a bit in here. I love this, you guys. I'm very bad at describing scents. If you've liked any of my other recommendations for scents in the past, I think you will like it. This is a nice travel size as well. I feel like a lot of the scents that I like could definitely be categorized as unisex, a little bit more masculine, but with sweet notes at the end. And that's what this is. There's something unique about this too. I really haven't smelled anything that's quite like this. But if you like, the Barretos, Diptyques, Le Labos, those sorts of things, you will like this one. So I think since moving here, I'm developing some seasonal allergies. I can tell, like when I go outside, my nose just starts dripping. I think it's like some trees and things that I'm not used to. There's probably more pollen in the air. My eyes get really irritated to light and dust and stuff too. So these eye drops, my eye doctor in Toronto recommended to me, and she was the best eye doctor. I loved her. And these are actually made in Germany. But anyway, at the pharmacy in Toronto or Canada, you have to ask the pharmacist. I think they keep them behind the counter, but these are called from Candor Vision, the Hylo drops, and they're dry eye relief. I wear contacts, so my eye doctor said, especially when, I used to be hygienist, I wasn't probably blinking enough throughout the day. My eyes were getting dried out. Just to keep these, you can, apply these with or without your contacts in your eyes. These are great. They're really lubricating. So if you've never tried this brand, I would recommend it. Some of those cheaper eye drops, I don't think they have the best ingredients, but this one I can vouch for, and I really trusted that eye doctor I went to, and she would only recommend these ones. Okay, so next up, from a brand, I've actually now tried a lot of their products because I've ordered a lot of their discovery sets, and even in the discovery sets or their travel sets, the sizes you get, you can actually use the products for quite a while. The brand is called Omorovicza. So a lot of their products have very healing ingredients that are very good for your skin, that they take from the thermal waters in Hungary there. You can go on their website and read about it. I can actually leave a list of all the products I've tried down below so far, and I would recommend all of them. They're all amazing. Actually, the one thing that they're most known for, their Queen of Hungary, the facial mist, that was the thing I was like the least impressed by. It's still very good, but I didn't really find it to be that different than a lot of other hydrating facial mists. But everything else I would say is worth the money. But I'm going to talk about a couple of standout products. I had something happen to me, which I will make a video about in the next couple weeks, just because my skin is pretty much healed now, but something crazy happened to me. It was my own fault from something I did, but yeah, it's very interesting. So stay tuned for that video. But anyway, I really needed help with my skin. I needed to order a couple new products. So that's kind of how I learned about this brand, and I think they have a client for life. So I'm going to talk about two products that really stood out to me. So they're, it's called Omoressence and their Queen Essence. So both of these are essences. So after you cleanse and tone your skin, I put this on. You really only need like maybe 3 or 4 drops, and it will do your whole face and neck. So even this size of bottle, it lasts a very long time if you want to try their sample or their travel size bottles. So I have both the Queen Essence here, that's the pink one, and then their other one's just called Omoressence. This one's a little bit pricier. Both of them are just so hydrating and plumping. Like they make your skin instantly feel like bouncy almost. Very amazing products. Like I feel like I will never live without these. This one, and I really like the Agent Nature, her essence as well. The I can never remember the name of it. I'll put it up here on the screen. If you like this, you'll probably love these. And that product of hers I have bought so many times in the past. This one I am actually seeing, this one's made in Switzerland, the Queen Essence, and this other one I think is made in Hungary. I would really recommend both of these. And then as well, I just used the last of it up last night. They're one of their healing mud masks. It's so good for drawing impurities and the redness out of your skin. And when you wake up the next morning, if you do it at bedtime, your skin just looks so much more clear. So I really like this mud mask. It's really, really nice. And like I said, I will probably leave a list of all the products I've tried so far by this brand, and I would recommend them all. I just ordered, I'm curious to do a review in the future if I like it. It was very pricey, but I have this really ugly, it's kind of like a sunspot here, and nothing really has helped it. So they have a new product called Elixir. So I've just recently ordered it. It was definitely an investment, but it's cheaper than doing a laser or something like that, which I'm a little bit afraid to do. So if I like it, I'll make a review on that. Next up, just a few cleaning products, and then we'll get into some items that I would say don't waste your money on. So I've ordered both of these off of iHerb before. So this is the Zoom laundry detergent, laundry soap. So this scent is sweet orange, and then this one is frankincense and myrrh. And if you like frankincense, maybe some people don't like the scent of it. It's just a very light scent. I really like both of these. If you have hard water, I find that it really cleans your clothing well. It had very, very good reviews on iHerb, and I don't really like a lot of their laundry soaps here. I really miss some of my unscented ones that I could find in North America, but this I really like as well. These are formulated with coconut oil, baking soda, essential oils, and a vegetable glycerin. So there's supposed to be not harmful ingredients in here, even though there is some fragrance. It's made from essential oils. So yeah, I would really recommend both of these so far. And then another cleaning product I like. So I tried our big mirrors here. I just feel like no matter what product I use, they're always still a little bit streaky. In Canada, they probably have something like this here. I used to buy a foam that was for the inside of your car, like your windshield, that guaranteed no streaks. It was the best to clean mirrors at home. I really hate the smell of Windex. Actually, they don't have Windex here. They have something, Ajax or something, but it's essentially Windex. It has that horrible scent. Just the smell of Windex, I do use the product, but I really don't like it. So I purchased this glass and mirror cleaner from the laundress. I got this off of Revolve. So it says it's a clean glass and mirrored surface spray. So online it said it was guaranteed not to streak. I will say on the big mirrors, I can still tell that it streaks a little bit, but it smells very nice. It's not an offensive odor at all. And actually, so I can't guarantee it won't streak on the big mirrors, but why I recommend this, I really like it actually for cleaning the inside of the fridge and our glass stovetop in the kitchen. So if you're looking for something like that, I would recommend it for those surfaces. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just the mirror that I have. It's a little bit hard to clean. I don't know. But yes, other glass surfaces around the house, I do like this. And I use it on the bathroom mirror, and that mirror comes out streak free. It's maybe just something wrong with the big mirror. Okay, now I will quickly go over a few products that I would not recommend. I would not waste my money on this. I often find some of these like really hyped up products I will try and I just don't like it. I don't get the hype. So number one was the Clarins serum. I'll put it up here. Everyone online, I would see them raving about it. I don't know if they were sponsored post or something. I purchased it, I don't know what city we got it on. It was like somewhere around Black Friday though. And so I did get it on sale because I was not willing to pay full price. I regret buying it. Like it was okay, but it just did nothing special. It was just like any other regular oil. I'm going to be honest, this one from The Ordinary, that's probably $7. It does a much better job. So I do not recommend that. It didn't help my skin at all. Next one, surprisingly, was the Augustinus Bader, the makeup removing balm. I've tried a few of his products and they are excellent. And I love his face wash. I will always probably buy the face wash. I've brought it like, I think 5 times now. And a lot of the creams and stuff, things I've got samples of are very good. But this makeup removing balm, and most are pretty good nowadays. This was horrible. It actually just felt like wax on your face. It felt like when you would run water over your skin after, like the wax was still on your face. It didn't really even take the makeup off that well. So I would not recommend this. Do not buy this. It was actually probably the worst makeup remover I've ever tried. So really kind of disappointing considering the price of his items. Next up, I saw again, but keep in mind, sometimes when people are sponsored by brands, you're getting it flooded to you in your feed. So I tried a couple of things from Typology. So I ordered their vitamin C serum. It did absolutely nothing. I didn't really like the texture. There wasn't much in the bottle. I just felt this was not justified for the price. I would not recommend it. And also I tried a couple of their foundations. I didn't know what shade I would be. I was looking for like a clean foundation because I've used Giorgio Armani foundation for many years and I just thought maybe I should try something else. No, I will never try anything else. Everything else makes my skin so orange. So the actual formula of this foundation, it felt very nice. And initially it went on well, but then when I would look at my skin maybe an hour later, it just turned my face completely orange. I tried 2 different shades, not for me. I would not waste my money. Just kind of stick to what you know. I know there's like a huge rage in everything having to be clean beauty, but I'm going to be honest, some of my makeup products that I know, they're not classified as clean, but they work for my skin. I'm just going to continue with them. And I think if we can make other little changes in our diet or our household, that's fine. But I think I just need to stick with some of my original makeup products. Another product I regret buying is actually from Nateur, and like I said, I usually love all her products. It's the Holy Radiance. It's like the MSM powder, and it's supposed to be good for your hair, nails, skin. It's actually, MSM can be good for if you have like seasonal allergies, I think, which is why I bought it initially. And I have used Now Foods or Now brand MSM powder in the past, and I liked it. So I wanted to try hers. I never before had to throw out a product of hers, but it tasted like poison. I couldn't get it down. I tried mixing it with different things. It just tasted so horrible. I don't really know how it has good reviews. It was so gross to me. And another thing from her actually is the face mask. I'll put a picture up here. I forget what it's called. It just did nothing. It's like this clear goop. It goes on all sticky. It literally did nothing. It was such a waste of money. I would not recommend it. And a lot of people really love it and say it transforms your skin. I really don't think so at all. Something else was the Anastasia, the brow freeze. If you want to build a bridge, get that. It is hard, crusty. It goes white. I felt like it was horrible. And I really like the Anastasia, her original brow gel, the brow freeze. I hated. Another one I did not like was the Veleda Rosemary shampoo and conditioner. I've never tried the hair care products from this brand because I like the skin food. I thought I would try. Horrible. It feels like there was like this waxy buildup on your hair. We each used it once or twice just to try it and we threw it out. Such a waste of money. The Let Me Sleep magnesium gummies. I've never taken magnesium. I usually have no problem sleeping, but I was jet lagged. This was months ago for like a month. I could not get rid of this jet lag and I was up all through the night. And so I ordered those. They gave me horrible, not even nightmares, like night terrors. I could not sleep. It would make me sweat. Horrible. I only took them for a few nights. I threw them out. It was really, really bad. Also, surprisingly, I tried this Kerastase, the orange and white containers of their shampoo conditioner. I forget what it's called. I'll put it up here. And again, horrible. It made my hair very waxy. And surprisingly, because I really like a lot of Kerastase products, I would not recommend this particular one. And also, it didn't really smell that nice. Oh, something else I hated was the Byredo, the hand rinse. It's just supposed to be a hand sanitizer and it's scented like the perfume. And it is all sticky and everything. I had to actually dump it out. I just use the container now to put my dish soap in it because I actually like the container, but that was a little bit disappointing. I have some other ones, but I feel like I don't really want to mention them because they might be good for some people. But yeah, those are just a few things I really would not recommend, but I always see other people say that they love. So if you find maybe you're kind of like me, you tend to like a lot of things I recommend, I would just avoid spending my money on those things because unfortunately they're all expensive and most of them were so bad we couldn't even finish one package or container of it. We had to throw it out. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will link everything down below. I can link the things that I didn't like just in case if you want to look up the ingredients or take a screenshot just to remind yourself not to buy it. But yeah, I will leave all the links down below. So until next time, guys, bye.